Hi, everybody. It's Daryl Bray with Convert Nation. Today, I'm going to do a video critique of the Snappa homepage. What you see on your screen is their homepage. And the very first thing your homepage has to do is convey a professional image of your business. Why is it so important? It only takes 0.05 seconds for visitors to form an opinion about your website that determines whether they like your site or not, whether they'll stay or leave. So, does the Snappa homepage convey a professional image? I'd say yes. Looks very professional and will instill confidence and trust in the product that they sell. So now I'm going to focus on their value proposition. I'm going to just use my cursor to show you where their value proposition is. I'm going to circle this area here. It includes this headline, this sentence, this call to action button, and this video. Now, what you need to know about value proposition, you really only have about 10 seconds to communicate your value proposition. And you'll notice right away that this video is it's 55 seconds long. And if you watch the video, it does talk about their value proposition, but it talks about a bunch of other stuff, their features, and how do their support, et cetera, et cetera. So they're behind the black ball right away by having this 55-second demo. It's just too long. The other thing is that research suggests that at most 30% of visitors actually watch videos. And even then, users that do watch them, they taper off pretty quickly. So not a great way to, explain or convey your value proposition. So I'd recommend that Snappa get rid of this video altogether. The other thing it does is it's a distraction. The really powerful part of the value proposition is this headline, this supporting sentence, and this call to action button. So try getting rid of the video and testing to see whether your value proposition converts better. So a couple of things about the headline and then the sentence and the call to action button. This is a great headline. Create marketing graphics in a snap. The phrase in a snap, it's conveying a couple of things. It conveys that you can create graphics quickly and easily. So that's a great start. They have a great headline. The supporting sentence below it, whip up graphics for social media, ads, blogs, and more without Photoshop or graphic designers. That's a great supporting sentence. The phrase whip up, it implies speed and ease of use. And the phrase without Photoshop of graphic designers, that implies a couple of things. If you've ever used Photoshop, first of all, it's expensive. And then the second thing is it's not easy to use. The other thing is if you've ever hired a graphic designer, they're not cheap. So there's a couple implied benefits right there. Now, to improve that supporting sentence, I make this change. Whip up is, this is kind of redundant because they've used the phrase in a snap in their headline. They're both saying the same thing. One of the other key benefits of Snap is it has everything you need to create these graphics. So I'd reword the supporting sentence to read, everything you need to easily create graphics for social media ads, blogs, and more without Photoshop or graphic designers. So there's a couple of things in that sentence that I've redone. Everything you need, that phrase, that implies it's an all-in-one solution. And I've also used the phrase easily create. And that's also another key benefit. There's three key benefits with Snappa. It's fast, it's easy to use, and it has everything you need to create graphics. So that's another change I would make to the supporting sentence. The other change I would make is to the text on the call to action button. Currently it reads, create my graphic now. That doesn't, there's no incentive for me to click on that button. Something like try it for free. The incentive is there. Free is a very powerful word. So I would recommend that they change the text on the button to read, try it for free. And while we're talking about buttons, this button up in the top right-hand corner, I would change this from get started to try it for free. So there's another change that I'd recommend. I'd also take this headline, the supporting sentence, and the call to button and center it right in the middle of the page, and I'd overlay it on a background image that reinforces the value proposition. I'm not sure what that background graphic or photograph would be, but it has to reinforce the value proposition, and it can't compete for attention with the headline, the sentence, and the call to action button. Now, when I scrolled down the page, I kept scrolling, and I saw this testimonial. I'm just going to read it to you. Snappa is the best tool I've used to create images for blog posts and Facebook ads. In 5 minutes, I can do what used to take me hours to do or pay designers to do. And the great thing about this testimonial is it reinforces the value proposition. Create graphics in 5 minutes. And the other phrase, I can do what used to take me hours to do or pay designers to do. This testimonial should be moved up right under the value proposition because it reinforces the value proposition. People will see this value proposition, read it, and if they scroll down the page, they'll see this testimony that, again, reinforces the value proposition. To get people to scroll down the page, I'd place a down arrow right here just to let people know that there's more down the page and to direct their attention to scroll down the page. Now there's another testimonial farther down the page. It's really great as well. I'm just going to scroll down here. Okay, I'm going to read it. Snappa is a must-have tool for the non-designers who publish content online. It's super easy to use. Wow, super easy to use. And has a nice set of templates, and despite its simplicity, offers unlimited possibilities for creative minds. The key phrase in that testimonial is super easy to use, and that works really well with my revised supporting sentence. I would move this testimonial up, so it's again placed immediately below the value proposition. You could have one testimonial on the left-hand side of the screen and the other testimonial on the right-hand screen. Both testimonials would be great because they reinforce the value proposition. Now, I would get rid of this, this headline. It's redundant. Snappa saves you time. That's already been, reinforced or indicated in the value proposition. It doesn't really need to be there. And the rest of this information that we're starting to see here, start with the perfect image dimensions, get a head start with pre-made templates, etc., etc., etc. These are all features. People don't tend to scroll down to the bottom of web pages. I would get rid of these features altogether, and I would. We've already talked about moving these testimonials up to the top. I don't think this is necessary here. I would get rid of this section as well. This is great. This is a sort of a summary of the main benefits of Snappa. Snappa is fast, easy to use, and everything included. This is great. What I would include with this section is a call to action button right down here. Right here, it reads, "Try it for free." Again, this testimonial has been moved to the top, so I would not worry about that. This is interesting. Over 1 million images have been created using Snappa. Well, that's great. It's, I guess, implies a certain amount of social proof. But what I would actually put in there is over, 7,000 entrepreneurs and startups use Snappa for creating, graphics or images, so something along that line. By using the actual number of people that are using Snappa is very powerful social proof, rather than using the number of images that have been created. And love the call to action button. Get started for free. And this is great also. Featured in Lead Pages, Quick Sprout, Forbes, Inc., and SEMrush. This is more social proof by showing websites and businesses like Forbes and Inc. This provides more social proof. So the whole purpose of their homepage should be to generate leads. And to do that, you need to have a very strong value proposition, backed up by lots of social proof, emphasis on benefits, to really get people to take that action, convert them into a lead. I hope you found this video of value. If you'd like to receive new and more video critiques, just sign up right below this video.